All right, guys, this is part two of the letter to yourself. And what I'm going to do in this section is I'm going to show you guys how to set up the document itself. All right. And again, if you look at this worksheet, this just goes over some of the things like pages, layers, links, what a stroke is, what color is, what swatches are. These are all things that are part of your vocabulary that you guys should become familiar with, because these are all things that you're going to continue to talk about over the next 3 years. Okay. So this is your information bar that's here at the top. Once we get into InDesign, when you save your files, again, it's file save. Make sure these go to your drive that we're saving to, your Google Drive. And then when everything's said and done, just like on the notepad and the poster project, you can do file package at the end and save that packaged file. You will upload your PDF. The PDF will be then printed out by me. I will give you a blank envelope. The envelope you guys will take some colored pencils and put your name on it and put some color on it, put some funky designs on it. Then we'll fold up your letters, seal them up, and then we'll save them till your senior year. So that's how that all goes. Again, some more vocab, kind of how the page is set up, how the main InDesign page looks, some of the things that you'll see in here where you put your descriptions, and I'll go over this here with you guys in a second. All right. Again, here's your letter steps from before, and thumbnails and roughs, basically 4 black and whites, 1 color. Okay. 4 black and whites and 1 color. Okay. If you're gonna have to add either some images or some artwork to your program, or to your letter, I should say. You're gonna have to either send those via email or search for stuff on the internet, or maybe you're gonna create something in Illustrator. Completely up to you. But all of those images need to be saved into your letter to self folder. That's where everything needs to be placed and packaged and saved, so all the links work correctly. Don't drag things over. It's file place when you get to InDesign. All right, so let me open up InDesign, and if you notice down here on the bottom, I've got different programs all pinned to my taskbar. When you guys open your InDesign program for the first time, remember when the icon shows up here on the bottom, if you right click on it, mine says unpin to the taskbar. Yours would say pin to the taskbar. You want to pin your programs here, because then you have the ability to just, when you need the program, you're just going to click on it down here. Okay, so make sure you do that. So here's the opening scene or opening page for InDesign. When you get here, it's going to be a new file. We'll always select print up here. This will be a letter. That's the default. So that's an 8.5 by 11 document. You can see the size right here. Over here, you're going to put your name. So we'll just say Dion, just for an example, letter to self. Okay. You should make sure you are in inches over here. It might default the first time out as picas. Make sure it says inches. So your size right here will be 8.5 width. Height will be 11. We're going to uncheck facing pages. We don't need that on. Next, you're going to scroll down to the margins tab. So when you look at this the first time, your page should look something like this, right? You'll have your information up here that you did. You got margins, you got bleeds. Under the margins tab, which is this one right here, if you click on that, when it opens, it'll default in at a 1/2 inch. Go to the arrow key, push the down arrow key twice, change them all to 0.25. Once you have this saved to 0.25, just hit create, hit enter. Here, when your document opens, make sure that you're in Essentials Classic. Right here, you want to be in Essentials Classic. You guys, I think, will start in Essentials, but make sure you click on Essentials Classic. If in the event that you lose your layers tabs, you're missing something on your toolbar somewhere, you can always go back up here and hit reset to Classic, and it will reset your page and recover that stuff for you. Under your layers tab right here, you want to have 3 at the minimum. Okay, layer 1 will be is your background. So background So rename that to your background. Now, I'm going to say 2 will be your images or your picture tab. You can name it either one. Pictures or images, it's not really that important. And then layer 3 is going to be a type. So again, double click on it and type the word type. Remember, when you're not working on a layer, make sure you lock them off. It'll save you some headaches down the road. And this is what you're going to need to do for your layers. Once you hit this, at this point, I would go over here, guys. I would go to File, and I would do Save. And I would save this in your folder somewhere. Let's see, where am I going to save this? I'm going to just throw this on my desktop for now, and I'll move it after. So, all right. So here's your basic document, okay? I'm going to slide this out of the way. Let's put that over there. Okay, so now you have to put a background in here. Now you have a choice. You could put a full picture back there. You could put a color. And either one, it doesn't matter. The key is that you need to make sure that you stay inside this margin right here. So for me, I'm going to just select a color. I'm going to use the rectangle tool. I'm going to put a fill in. I'm going to go with the blue. And I'm going to keep this stroke. But I'm going to change the stroke right here, which is black. I'm going to change the stroke on this to something a little thicker so I can see it. So we'll go 5 point. Once I have that selected, I go up here to the corner. I just do, this is just like we did in the poster project. Click and drag down to the bottom right. Again, you remember, I'm staying inside that margin. I'm going to go up here, switch to the selection tool, because now this will allow me to make edits or make this bigger, smaller, whatever I want to do. If you have a picture or if you have color at this point, you could go in here to this 100% tab and you can change this. And if you're going to put a picture in here, I'm going to caution you on the style, you're going to want your backdrop to be around 20%, because if you go any darker than that, you're going to probably run into a potential problem with your type, especially depending what style you pick. So your backgrounds need to be on the lighter side. Lighter is better. If you stay somewhere on the dark side, then your type will have to be white. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Since I've made a change to my document, I'm going to go up here to File. I'm going to hit Save. Or I can hit Control S. All these things out here on the right hand side in the columns, those are all called shortcuts. And if I hit Control S right now, I save my document and I'm good to go. When you make changes, you'll notice there'll be a little star that will show up here at the beginning of your title of your document. And when you save it, that goes away. And I'll show you. So I'm going to lock that layer off. Next will be here, Pictures. Let's see if I can find something. I don't know if I have anything on this computer. Well, I can just grab this just to show you. Put this in here. Just drag this in here. Remember now, when you have to make this stuff smaller, it's Shift Control Alt, and then you got to click and drag off the corner right here. Now I can't do it because I don't have my mouse. I'm using the touchpad, which is kind of a pain in the neck, so I'm not going to be able to show you how to do that. And if you want to zoom in or out, it's Control plus or minus. Okay, so I got to go back out. But you'll place a picture or 2 or 3 or whatever. Make sure they're small. Put them where you want them, and then you'll be good to go. Now notice that's what I was trying to get to right here. There's a little star here now. So again, it's either File Save right here, or Control S. So I just saved my document again. All right, so that's basically how you're going to set your document up. Now, when you get to the type part, you'll use the type tool. You'll create the box you want to put it in, and then you just copy and paste the type from either Google Doc or Microsoft Word. That's it. All right, so that's how you're going to do this. And again, make sure your type is on your type layer. When everything's said and done, you File Save, and then you're going to do File Package, which is right here down the bottom. Right, but you don't do that to the very end. In fact, before you even package, you probably should do a black and white proof of this, just to take a quick look at it, one last read. Let me look at it, or let Misato look at it, to make sure that everything looks like it's going to be okay to save and package. Okay? So if you have any questions, as always, ask one of us. We'll make sure you get the right answer so that you can complete this project on time and with some good designs. Take care.